Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very special Virgin Voyages webinar. My name is Anna. I'm an Industry Relations Manager here at CLIA, and I'm going to just quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. This webinar will run about 30 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we'll get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. The webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, which is CLIA Global. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Lauren Harris. Lauren is Sales Manager South Central for Virgin, and I know that she has so much exciting news to share with you today. So without further ado, take it away, Lauren.
Thanks, Anna, and thank you everyone for joining us. Today is a huge day for Virgin Voyages. We have waited over 550 days to say this, that Scarlet Lady is sailing with her first US sailors from Port Miami on a revenue sailing. We are so excited that we have people in our terminal and they are walking the red carpet and they are about to embark on the holiday of a lifetime. And I'm so excited that you're here today. So if everybody could get up and do a little happy dance for us, we have been celebrating nonstop that today is finally here. So a long waited 500 days, but let's jump into it. So first I want to start off and show you what life has been like or will be like on board with a quick video.
I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through like a virgin, touched for the very first time, like a virgin. When your heart beats next to mine.
It's go time. We're here. Yay. So we are just so excited to have this voyage starting. I want that to play again. So we call it our MERMAIDEN voyage, and we have a lot of exciting activations going on. And I encourage everyone to follow along on all of our social channels throughout the next couple of days to see all of the different activations, as it really is very, very unique and unlike anything else you've seen before. So what's it like to set sail the Virgin Way? What will you experience? This is made up of 4 different components. The first one being adult by design. No kids, no kidding. You can release your inner child on board, but you don't have to worry about anybody else's scurrying around or interrupting the vibe. This allows us to do a couple of different things. We can be more adventurous with our menus. We don't have to have chicken tenders and mac and cheese on every single menu in every single restaurant. They're open late. We have a bar in every restaurant, and we have some exciting things on board that you can't necessarily have with little people around, such as hammocks on every sea terrace, athletic equipment that is outdoors. It just allows us a lot of extra flexibility, and especially with our demographic, they seem to really, really love this adult by design, adults only concept. Boutique Glamour, the ship I was on board a little over 2 weeks ago, and it is absolutely beautiful. The pictures don't even do it justice, but if you can imagine taking a luxe boutique hotel and mixing that with all of the flair of a mega yacht experience, that is what you'll find on board Scarlet Lady and her sisters. The vibe on board. So everyone always asks us, where can we put you in the category? And we like to call it a category of our own, relaxed luxe. We're free from formality. We don't have dress codes. We don't have assigned dining times. And with all of that, we want you to come as you are and feel comfortable having the best time of your life. My favorite Richard Branson quote is just that: you can't have the best time of your life if you're uncomfortable. For him, that means rolling up his sleeves, most of the time dancing barefoot, and just really enjoying what life has to offer without feeling uncomfortable due to the confines of a dress code or different rules on board. So come as you are and enjoy as you'd like. And then we turn the ordinary into extraordinary. So everything from our late stays in port in Bimini, which you see in front of you, most of the itineraries allow you to stay till 10 p.m. or even midnight. The inclusions that we have are on us value proposition. We value this at around $600 per person, so or per sailor. So included on every single voyage, you have all of your food. We don't have a main dining room and we don't have a buffet, but what we do have are 20 different eateries all around the ship, and there's no upcharge to eat in any of them. All of your tips are included, so there's no gratuity charges, there's no extra service fee or tipping expected if you get a service in the spa or when you're closing out a tab at the bar. So you can truly know that once you get on board, there's not any of those added, like, let me run by the bank and pick up my dollars for the bar or anything like that. We believe that Wi-Fi is a basic human right, and with that will always include your ability to stay as connected or as disconnected as you'd like. All of our incredible entertainment is also included, so everything from dual reality and Another Rose. We have great activations all throughout the ship, as well as some traditional type shows, traditional in the sense that you are sitting in a theater, nothing else is traditional about it, but it's all included. And then we love a good detox and retox. So whether you need to sweat out your bad decisions from the night before, or you just like to keep on routine that you have on land, all of your group workouts are included. This includes everything from Pilates and yoga and spin classes to crazy things like bungee yoga and outdoor yoga. So a wide variety of different activities to try. And that will always keep you hydrated. So all of your basic bevies are also included. That includes your flat and sparkling water, soda, drip coffee, tea. So all of this included all of the time. Now we'll get to our lady ships and a couple of nerdy facts. So with this, Scarlet Lady is on her maiden voyage, her MERMAIDEN voyage today at about 50% capacity, but at full capacity, that's 2770 sailors and 1150 crew. Now, if we're leaning into a more luxe market, the number one thing I like to highlight here is that with a 110,000 gross ton ship, we have less sailors on board and a higher crew to sailor ratio. So if the size may seem too big to you, keep in mind that when it comes down to the statistics, we are much smaller when it comes to actual bodies. And then the ship's about the length of 155 Richard Bransons. So the itineraries, when we first set out, in April of 2020, we were supposed to have one ship that was doing 4 and 5 nights, and then we'd slowly release all of her sisters. Instead, now we have a wide variety of different itineraries on sale that you can book all the way through 2023. Scarlet Lady will continue to do 4 and 5 nights year round out of Port Miami on 4 different itineraries. 3 of them are 5-night itineraries that will visit either Puerto Plata, Costa Maya, or Dock in Cozumel, but we call it Riviera Maya. And then there's a 4-night itinerary that goes to Key West. All of Scarlet Lady's itineraries also visit the amazing beach club at Bimini, which I'll show you in a minute. On top of that, Valiant Lady, who is next to set sail with us in March of 2023, will do a winter season in the Caribbean, sailing on 6 and 8-night itineraries out of Port Miami as well. Now, if that's not enough, Resilient Lady will also come in late 2022, setting out in Greece and then shifting over to do 7-night itineraries out of San Juan. So in the Caribbean, you have the option of 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8-night itineraries. Now we'll get into the Beach Club at Bimini, the crown jewel of Scarlet Lady's itinerary, an extension of our ship on land, the incredible island of Bimini, where we have our exclusive beach club. And with that, I will show you what it looks like. the vibe here is everything from a chill, wonderful beach day to an incredible pool party. We'll wind down with campfires and acoustic music at night. It really is a fun, amazing spot. And all of the inclusions that we have on board the ship extend into Bimini as well. Valiant Lady, as I mentioned, with her Caribbean itineraries in the winter, will start next year. But first, her maiden voyage will be in March of 2022, sailing out of Portsmouth in the UK, similar to what Scarlet Lady did in August of this year, on a couple of preview itineraries where she sails out and kind of goes to nowhere, but it's a great opportunity to experience the ship. And this time we're really excited because we can also allow our US sailors to come along as well. And after that, she will make her way over to Barcelona, where she will do 3 different types of 7-night itinerary sailing round trip from Barcelona. The nice thing to highlight here is we are in the heart of Barcelona. We are right in the middle of all of the hustle and bustle in the city. So once you step into on board, you are right where you need to be. And then we have Resilient Lady, who will set sail with us late 2022, early 2023, doing 2 different 7-night itineraries sailing out of Athens before she makes her way to San Juan in the winter. So a lot of options here, everything from Caribbean, Med, and Greek Isles. So Resilient Lady's itineraries are just out of this world. A lot of overnight options in those highly desirable cities, so you don't have to worry about trying to find a hotel, and experiencing all the nightlife. You can truly use Resilient Lady as your hotel, your floating hotel. So now we'll jump into some of the onboard spaces. The first being the sea terrace. This makes up 86% of the ship, which is why I like to start with it. It has a great balcony with a hammock on every single one of them, and it has when I was in it last week or 2 weeks ago, it truly is like magic when you step into our cabins. When you open the door, everything just works. The curtains open if it's the appropriate time of day, the lighting is just right, everything is on, and there's no need to try and find some crazy light switches. So the technology, I call it magic, but it really is just absolutely incredible. Just another view there of one of those great hammocks that you have out on board. And then if you want to elevate it a little bit, you can head to the suites. And our suites are made of this, an elevated level. So if you see, the color scheme is a little bit different. It is all designed by Tom Dixon, who is very heavy on making sure that the lighting and the color scheme is just right. You have those beautiful marble touches as well, the marbles and the golds. And with this, you get a couple of extra inclusions, which are great. You have priority access to booking, all bookables on board. So whether that be your dining, your shore excursions, nightly entertainment, that is all done ahead of time. You will also get the first round of your in-room bar on us. You have access to board anytime as well. So typically when you embark with us on the first day, you'll have to choose the time slot. And with our suite cabins, you don't need to worry about that. And then if you want to take it up an extra level, you can head to our Mega Rockstar suite. So these are our largest and most opulent suites on board. There are 4 different cabin categories here. And with that, there are even more inclusions. So you have daily access to the spa, where we have all of these great different treatment rooms, everything from a mud room and a salt room and hydrotherapy pools. And so you have full access to that. We'll also take you to and from the port anywhere in a 50-mile radius. Then the highest, the most desirable one here for most people is the daily bar tab. It gives you a more all-inclusive experience here. So instead of having to purchase a bar tab, or what we call a drink package, all of your drinks are included everywhere on board the ship, as well as on Bimini. So you'll have that, as well as the daily in-room bar that you can customize a little bit and is replenished as needed. And then last but not least, you have access to premium Wi-Fi, and that allows you to stream if you'd like to stream Netflix or Hulu or something like that, or play video games for those of you that want to do that as well. So now my favorite part, food, glorious, glorious food. I'm still dreaming about all of the dishes that I had on board, but as I mentioned before, there's no main dining room on board and there's no buffet. What we do have 27 kitchens and 20 different eateries all throughout. So all of our food is made to order regardless of where you're dining. There's a bar in every restaurant. So for those that are used to cruising, this might seem a little bit different, but for those that are more comfortable with land experiences and just vacationing in a city, this won't seem different at all. But let me tell you, the food is just out of this world. So we'll start with the Wake. This is our steak and seafood restaurant. And if you couldn't guess, it's called the Wake because you can see the wake of the ship while you're dining. Amazing seafood towers, incredible steaks, cocktail made tableside, a very opulent, just amazing, chic, cool steakhouse. Razzle Dazzle, I wasn't sure about this one because I am a meat eater and this is a vegetarian forward restaurant. And I truly expected that I would need to order off of our naughty list where you can get a real hamburger or fried chicken. But I tried the vegetarian dishes without even ordering off the naughty list first. And again, was just completely blown away. So you have very whimsical types of food here. There's fairy bread. If you are into sparkles on your churros and really cool desserts, they have that as well. But definitely check out Razzle Dazzle. Wake and Razzle Dazzle are also open for brunch. Then we have the Test Kitchen, and this is a set menu and it has a laboratory-like feel. It also has a couple of other activations. So at night, it has a 6-course menu. The menu reads like an ingredients list, and you have all of these different whimsical types of courses that come out. They're very Instagram worthy and they're very different from anything you would see anywhere else. During the day, we also host Shot for Shot, which is a mixology course that shows you how to make an incredible cocktail and then also how to take an amazing Instagram picture to post of that cocktail. So a lot of fun culinary school type of activations going on here. Gun Bay is super social and lively. It is Korean barbecue, the first Korean barbecue at sea. And you can cook yourself or you can have one of our chefs cook for you, but social as you're all cooking and eating together. We liven up the experience with traditional Korean drinking games, and we will greet you with a shot of soju that you can see in the photo, which is traditional Korean liquor. Then we have Pink Agave, and this is a true highlight for everybody. The food here is true Mexico City style dishes that are out of this world. I mean, hands down, this is almost everybody who's been on board. It is their favorite restaurant. So definitely make sure to stop by Pink Agave and then make sure to stay for a tequila or a mezcal tasting experience as well. Extra virgin, you cannot have an amazing holiday without your hearty Italian. So fresh pasta made daily. This is another one that people have truly put their hands down and said, oh my gosh, one of my favorites. And you can top this off with a rare Italian wine tasting if you'd like. And then just a couple of my other favorite onboard spaces, Lick Me Till I Scream. So if you say it really fast, it'll give you a fun chuckle, but great ice cream here. Sip is our bubbles bar. And so this transitions throughout the day from mimosas in the morning to a traditional English tea in the afternoon, and then a bubbles bar and lounge in the evening. So throughout the day, you'll see many of our sailors gathering here for all different reasons. And then something else that we do a little bit differently is bar tab. So this is our answer to drink packages. You purchase bar tab in increments of $300, and for every 300, we'll give you an extra 50. So it's like having money behind the bar. And when you pre-purchase, we give you that added bonus. Remember, this is also commissionable. So this takes all of the red tape out of a traditional drink package. You can purchase 1 bar tab for the cabin. You can purchase 10 bar tabs. You can buy around for your friends. You can keep it all for yourself. We don't care how you spend bar tab. It just has to be used on drinks. So it can be used obviously on alcohol, but also on our other premium beverages such as premium coffees or espressos and our smoothies or fresh pressed juices in the morning. Now, our sailors. So who's coming on board? Who's sailing with us? We have a wide range in demographic. Obviously, anybody over the age of 18 is welcome, and it is a vibe on board. But in terms of age, mid-30s to mid-60s is where the majority, about 86% of our demographics are coming from. It skews a little heavier female to male, about 60 to 40%. Same thing with those having children at home, again, almost 60 to 40%. And the interesting thing there is the idea of an adult by design, an adults only experience, but also many of them leaving their children behind. They like the lengths of our itineraries and the accessibility of our ports. So now we'll shift into our campaign with all of you, and our commitment to you as our first mates, and our compelling commission, our respect and integrity. You have stuck by us in the hardest times, especially over the last 553 days. And with that, we stayed committed. We issued 200% in future voyage credit for any affected sailings. We protected your commissions, and we will always stay at a 16% commission regardless of your affiliation. And we will always pay 10% on all pre-voyage sales. So we want you to earn on all components of the hard work that you put in when you create these voyages for your clients and our sailors. And this was just a high level of everything that we have at Virgin Voyages. And I encourage you, if you haven't already, to take a look at Seacademy, which can be found on firstmates.com. And you can go through the different tiers, and we'll give you a couple of perks along the way. So right now, everything through the silver tier is available. So a lot have asked, and has been very anticipated, for when will first mate or agent rates come around, and they are here. So if you complete the silver tier, you will have access to our first mate rates, and gold will come later this year, probably late Q4, but this will give you a really deep dive into everything Virgin Voyages. We've made it very digestible and fun and easy to go through. Each tier takes about an hour and a half. So it won't take up an incredible amount of your time, but you will walk away knowing that you are a true expert in all things Virgin Voyages. So definitely make sure you sign up there, or contact your sales manager, any of my counterparts, or myself if you need help finding it. And so I'll leave you with one of my favorite videos that'll give you a true run through of Scarlet Lady and all of the spaces that we just talked about. Oh, I hope you all got a little chuckle somewhere in the middle there, but that gives you an idea of all of the spaces on board, and we can't wait to hopefully have you on board sometime soon. So cheers, and I'm happy to answer any questions. And thank you so much for joining us on this momentous and super, super exciting Mermaiden Voyage Day.
Thank you so much, Lauren. I can tell that everybody is really excited, and everybody definitely did a happy dance at the exciting news. We do have some questions coming in. Our first one is from Natalie, who is wondering what is included with the cabana at Bimini. For example, foam floats, are they included or not?
Foam floats? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Foam? Oh, honestly, I don't know that we have any type of flotation devices. But in the cabanas, there will be all of the drinks that you need, as well as a round. I don't know that all the details have come out on the cabanas yet. Send me an email and I will get back to you on that list.
Okay, perfect. Our next question is from Edward, who is wondering if a guest happens to have unused bar tab, what happens to it?
It goes away. So make sure that you use it. It can't be transferred or anything like that. But there's plenty of places that you can use it. You can get a really great bottle of wine. If worst comes to worst, shake for champagne until it's all gone. So you can, there's plenty of ways to take advantage of it, but definitely make sure you use it.
Okay, sounds good. Our next question from Esther, also about bar tab. How soon to sailing is the last day to purchase a bar tab to get the bonus $50?
You can do it up until embarkation day, but I would encourage everyone to do it at least 48 hours before embarking so that you get paid on it. So if you want to collect commission, it needs to be done up until 48 hours before their sail date.
Got it. That makes sense. Our next question is from Joyce, who loved all the videos but was seeing a lot of stairs and is wondering how accessible the ship is for people with mobility issues, and the same question about Bimini.
Extremely accessible. So yes, there's really only the roundabout stairs on deck 6 and 7 and then down into the wake, but it is also the entire ship's accessible by elevator as well. And same thing on Bimini. So it's wheelchair accessible. We also have beach wheelchairs if they're needed, and many of the cabanas are accessible. The only ones I would be wary of are the ones in the Grove, because there is a step up.
Okay, got it. Our next question is from Vivian, who is wondering if there are activities for solo travelers, or a special spot for them to gather on board.
There isn't a designated spot for singles, but since we do offer solo cabins, there absolutely will be many single travelers on board. I think that there are some groups on Facebook that aren't affiliated with us officially, but I would poke around there and see. We get a huge following from those singles due to us offering solo cabins. So definitely welcoming for all of that, but nothing planned by us as a brand.
Okay, got it. And we just have a few more questions. This one is from Natalie, who is wondering how agents can access any Virgin collateral or any of the videos that you shared.
Yes, absolutely. Great question. If you go to firstmates.com, make sure you're registered there. If you look under tools and guides, you'll see a link to our marketing site. It's called Canto, and that has all of our assets in there, and we update it often. As soon as we're just starting to finally get media from being on board the ship, so it's loaded as it's ready. So definitely check back often.
Okay, that sounds easy enough. And this is our last question from Vivian, who is wondering how soon can sailors purchase excursions, and do they have to reserve space for entertainment?
You don't have to reserve space for entertainment, but you can in the app. And same thing with your excursions. You can book that in the app or on the website. Your sailors can also do that ahead of time, and you'll still get credit regardless of if you do it for them or they do it for themselves. And it's 120 days in advance for shore excursions, unless you're in a rock star suite, and then you have an extra 15-day head start.
Okay, got it. And it looks like those are all of our questions. So thank you so much, Lauren, for all of that information. Very exciting news. And thank you everyone for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Great questions. Thanks for having me, everyone. Have a good day.
Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.